everyone to the Darkheart of Skyrim. We are streaming Elder Scrolls Online. Also, at the moment, my stream is not doing so well because of the frames, so I apologize for that. I tried restarting my internet. It didn't work, so it has something to do with this, with Streamlabs, I think. Anyway, welcome to Elder Scrolls Online. We are going to do Darkheart Skyrim. See if we can finish it tonight. And there's an event going on for more XP, so I'm going to go get that event going so I can get more XP. Okay, now the internet, the net is actually pretty good right now. I can't do writing capacity. Okay, I'm gonna.
May luck follow you.
Hungry for power? Come, Reaper. Come closer. The death you've caused lingers about you. What a pleasant scent. But last year's harvest won't feed this year's brood. I'll need something fresh to bestow my boon. A witch mother's brew to heighten the reek of death. All for a handful of reagents. A pumpkin to serve as a base. Guts torn from squealing critters to add body. Tamriel is littered with dangerous delves. The strongest creatures within are the wheat amidst the chaff. Harvest them. Their essence will linger about you and add just the right flavor to my brew.
Okay, acquire some guts. There's a delve somewhere around here. It's cut in. I got some guts, gather essence of death. This is a repeat request. Okay. I gotta go to a delve. Require the essence of death. And I gotta kill a boss there. So there's a delve right here. Go get that. I'll go to that one. One of the events is open. One of the zone events is going. I've never done those. Well, I've tried, but I never won them. So I think I have. I've done like 6 out of 10. Oh yeah, I remember. I couldn't find the rest of them because some of them are underground as well. The Great Lift. I think that leads to the Dark Cleft as well. But let's go find a boss in this delve. Get a pumpkin, and then I can go get my my experience buff. Oh no, it's werewolves. Oh, there's a sky shard there. Over here. Oh, there it is.
You should have run. Looks like a quick little adventure. I'm game.
The Chillwind Depths. They aren't safe, brother.
Alright, here we go. There's a boss in here. Where is it? The boss is somewhere here. I gotta go through these. These spiders. Bear. I'm on it. Bear, bear.
Let's see what's going on.
Someone's in here already. That's not the boss. There's Velmar in here too. Oh, there is Velmar in here. Oh, there's a sky shard.
You want to die? Fine.
I can't use that door right now. I need to find the boss in here.
You're dead.
I'm surprised I haven't found it yet. That's not the boss. That's not the boss either. Where is the boss? running around like a chicken and not finding what I need and I'm rolling a bunch of stuff. Oh.
Give them everything you've got.
All this for an experience, but
You weren't keeping score, were you? Me
No.
neither.
this is going deeper, so aha! The boss. Is it essence and death? Okay. And I got the event tickets. Now to find a pumpkin. There's a town here, but it's not a city. Welcome to Western Skyrim, everyone. Home of Solitude from Skyrim itself. The person watching this takes place 1,000 years before the Skyrim story itself. And it's also... Oh, here's Solitude. Maybe I can buy the pumpkin there. Buy the pumpkin from groceries at major cities. And I'm in one, so I'll head to Solitude. See where the groceries are. There's also an event up here. But I need to get this so I can get my experience buff. Unless I have it already. Did I have it already? I do not. Mementos? I do not have it yet. I have the others though. Wrong way. That's not to Solitude. That's way from Solitude. The Lonely Troll. Would that be it? I doubt this would sell it. Pumpkin. Oh wow, it's been a while since this game was at 60 itself. Okay, let's see here.
I heard a tale about a man and his...
I'm gonna sell though. I got a bunch of stuff I can sell. Oh, items.
resting up before I'm ready to fall over. That's new.
Wonderful goods. This is probably what a pumpkin is that I can buy.
Happened upon a dwarf.
Oh! Bag upgrades.
My cat.
There was no pumpkin here. Maybe I can steal one. That's greens. I don't see one here. That's east. We did that. Let's go up here. Wait. Oh, there's someone here. Mushrooms. Okay, never mind. Either I can find the grocery place again. That's the bank, I believe.
I'm working with Hawkins.
You'd think it'd be easier to find a place to buy a pumpkin.
I'm supposed to be.
This is the Mystic Store. Okay. It's odd that I can't find the place to buy the pumpkin. There's vendors all over here. Let's see. This is a major city. At least it's supposed to be. Let's see. Solitude itself. Banker. Oh, there's the grocer.
Someone passed.
I need to contact the witch again. Where is the witch? I gotta leave. And then we'll do the story. Wow, how long has it been taken? It's almost been 20 minutes just to find this stuff. All this for an XP buff.
Just needs your help. Sea giants and vampires are everywhere. It's not a good day to travel. But travel? Of course.
Where does it want me to go exactly?
We still have room if you... Of course.
Hold. We've observed your travels through Grotwood and have need of your particular talents.
We depart within the hour. Safe travels to you.
It wants me to go back to Stormhaven, huh?
People. Great.
Find her in Glembria. Okay.
You are ready? Of course.
Make it Glembria. There we go. Right here. Okay. There's... Oh, I'm far away from her. Okay, now let's go.
Here we go!
This is a place I haven't been yet for a story, but I might come back here to do the story later. I think this is part of the original zones. Yes, it is. This is part of the original zones before the other expansions, so I might come back and do this for people who want to see them. There's a few zones like this that'll take a bit to complete. We're gonna be doing story of Darkheart of Skyrim, the Oblivion Crisis, which is another Oblivion Crisis that takes place 500 years before Oblivion itself, which I will be playing. I will be playing Redguard and such as well. Redguard probably won't be as easy. Morrowind I know will be a pain to play, even though I do love Morrowind. I might have to mod it to make it so it's not so monotonous. And I found that. Okay. Ooh, I gained a craft point. Just by finding something. I gotta go through a graveyard to get here. This is a quest. It's the right quest. Ooh, there's a sky shard here. Ah, I should get it.
Let's go.
First, kill the neck. Gained a skill point. Okay. As we do this, get that up. And then I'm gonna use that. Should be another thing here. Where's it?
Let's move.
It took 30 minutes to get here. That is a bothersome.
The Reaper returns with the harvest. Yes, the scent of death preceded you. Now, Reaper, behold the true bounty of your harvest. Drink deeply. Fine, you came this far.
Okay, did I get? I don't know. Did I get an item for this? Let's see. Collections. Collectors. I don't even remember how this works. It's been a long time. Oh, these are not the things I need to use. Here it is.
Think of the people we'd scare off if we could both do that.
Okay, now we go to Western Skyrim, the Darkheart of Skyrim. I can do that. So, that's in Skyrim. I'm back here for the quest. And there we go. We got it all set. And you probably just saw the game itself go through a big lag spike. That's normal for this game, no matter what internet you have. I wonder what happens when I get fiber optic. It probably will not happen ever again. But no matter what internet you have for this game, it will always have little lag spikes. It's
See that mound?
even if it's
That's
really
the
good,
barrel.
even if it's a really
The
good
entrance will be
optimized
down.
game.
Keep back! The barrow is unsafe.
Jarl Redheart.
You, sir! The barrow is off limits. We are here to make sure nothing gets in or out, and will do so by any means necessary. I did not want to spare the soldiers I'd left to send a message. We destroyed a number of strange sticks set up on the outskirts of town. Then we reached the barrow. We spotted a few reach barbarians. I sent word and we charged after them. A storm appeared in the barrow, if you can believe such a thing. It was foul magic, almost certainly. Soldiers began
Foul
changing around
magic.
me, dying or falling into a stupor. Some turned into monsters, and then the Draugr clawed out of their graves. We never made it that far inside, and when the storm hit, it was all I could do to get out and seal the door behind us. If the Jarl sent you, and you're intent on entering the barrow, I won't stop you. But if you emerge as a monster...
Counter this.
Ugh.
Done. Let's tell the Jarl what happened here.
A plunder skull. Ooh. Crafting. Ooh. A lights voucher. Ooh. I can make more boots. Return to Jarl's home. So that means head back to Solitude.
If I never have to enter another barrow, it will be too soon.
I am evil.
And then Mog threw up all over the Sword Thane's boots.
Ha! This orc friend of yours sounds... Ah, your companion's return. Well, friend of Svanna, are you as good as your word? Tell me what you discovered at the Morthal Barrow. A harrow storm. Like the thing the princess was telling me about? The thing that destroyed Kilcreath? Gods! A pox on the Reach and its barbarian horde! What else? What about the Reachman in the barrow? Disappointing, but not unexpected. Reach witches are a tricky lot. Still, you have my thanks. In the meantime, Hjalmar shall prepare for war. We may not have a defense against the harrow storms, but we can be ready to attack once we have a target.
With you and Lyris's help, we've gained the trust of Jarl Redhorn. My father respects the Jarl. That will go a long way in convincing the High King to take the Coven's threat seriously. Now we need to do the same thing at Carthald. Jarl Ulfwen rules the Hold, which was established to provide a defensible border against the Reach. If any of the Western Holds can deal with this threat, it's Carthald. But first, I have one more thing to discuss with Jarl Redhorn. Jarl Redhorn, prepare your forces as you say. But we need you in Solitude.
Solitude? I have troubles here in Yarmarch. Why should I leave when my hold needs me?
High King Svargrim won't listen to us, but he might listen to you.
Get up, Princess. If you think it will help, I'll talk to your father.
Lyris, please escort the Jarl to Solitude.
Of course. What about you?
We need to warn Jarl Ulfwen, so we're going to Carthage.
Okay, Carthage. Where is it? That's right there. Okay, have to head down there. Alright. Oh, I'm writing the magic. Hi, Grizzly. I had no food here. That's what you're looking for?
right in front of me.
Stay inside. Stick together. We'll take care of this. These people, they're from Carthwatch. They might be all that's left of the town. They say it was a storm. Powerful. Devastating. It engulfed the entire town. It had to be a hero storm. That's the only explanation. There could be other survivors. Maybe even Jarl Ulfwin. We need to make a search. Let's hurry. Every second we waste could be the difference between life or death.
You escaped the barrow? No matter. This time we'll harvest all of the grey reliquaries.
That Coven Witch. Is she the one that escaped from the barrel?
Too bad you arrived so late. Your life energy would fit perfectly in my reliquaries. Protect the grey reliquary with your life!
I'm not completely used to the fighting and all. That urn, though. The Grey Reliquary. The witch was adamant about protecting it, gathering it up. She said something about our life energy. Oh, gods, I think I know what they're doing. Remember what the witch said as we approached the town. This time we'll harvest all the Grey Reliquaries, she said. That our life energy would have fit perfectly in the urns. I think the Hero Storm steals life energy and puts it in the reliquaries. If the Jarl is still alive, she can take care of herself for a while longer. The witch hasn't gathered all the reliquaries yet. I say we get to them first and destroy them. I won't let these bastards profit off the destruction of Carthwatch.
You're going to regret this. Got to be better than that to stop us.
Bring my people back. But the same goes for the Grey Host.
You could not stop the Hero Storm. And you cannot stop me.
That's done. Now let's check on the Jarl. Her hall is right up the hill.
I'll be right back.
Stay back. Don't make me. Oh,
You're not one of the witches or their monsters. I thought this was the end for me. I barely have the strength left to conjure a light breeze. Wait a moment. Is that Princess Svana? I'm Magister Fidelia. I serve Jarl Ulfwen as her court mage. I've been fending off witches, vampires, and these crazed villagers since the chaos started. There was a storm, definitely magical in nature. It turned our own people against us. I'm not sure. I sent the Jarl into the cellar when the storm began, when I still thought it was just a bad storm. Please, go downstairs. Make sure the Jarl is safe. Cartold will be lost without her. The cellar. Jarl Ulfwen is in the cellar. Make sure that she's all right.
Jarl Ulfwen! No! I need to get some air. Please, recover the crown of her. I can't leave her down here. I'm sorry, Fidelia. Jarl Ulfwen,
That's the Carthold crown. Jarl Ulfwen's gone, then? I failed her. Harrowstorm? Is that what you call what happened here? Why I didn't turn into a monster is a mystery. Wait. The Hold soldiers clashed with Reachman scouts a few days ago. They brought back these medallions the scouts were wearing. Yes. I was preparing to study the enchantments I detected upon it when the Harrowstorm struck. I guess I slipped it into my pocket without really thinking about it. Could this be some sort of protection against the storm?
Garthwatch is gone. No people, no Jarl. The seat of the entire hold. Wiped out. Just like that. I have to get my father to take action! I need to get back to the Eversnow and gather the survivors. Take them to Solitude, where they'll be safe. At least as safe as we can make them. Then I have to have a serious talk with my father. I'll make him listen to me, damn it, no matter what! Return to Solitude. Find Lyris and meet me in the Blue Palace. I have a room upstairs that we can use. We need to come up with a plan. Something that will help me convince my father to act.
They're worse than drunkards after the mead hall closes.
Shh! Don't mock the cursed! You'll call a hex down upon us!
Glad to see you're alive and well. I was getting worried with all the Herod they've been bringing into the city. They've been taking them to the Temple of the Divines in Castle Dower. I suppose it's really the only place to care for them in their condition. Jarl Redharn gave him an earful the moment we entered the Blue Palace. Nord politics. It's a wonder to behold. One step removed from a barroom brawl. I'm disappointed they didn't start slugging each other, but it worked out in the end. Damn it. I was afraid of that. We're running out of time and we still don't fully understand what we're facing out there. Hey, where's the princess? Tell me you didn't lose Svanna in Carthwatch.
Svanna I know would leave all this bother behind. Come back to the troll and let the royalty deal with this.
I am the royalty, Nog. It's time I started acting like it. Welcome to the princess's chamber, my friend. I don't remember the last time I spent more than a few moments in here. Anyway, Jarl Redharn and Magister Fridelia are here, giving my father an earful. Thanks for helping me at the holds. No, but we saved Morthal, and stopped the Coven from getting the Grey Reliquaries at Carthwatch. And we brought the Hold leaders here. All of that matters. Take this, my royal allowance. I was going to buy wine, but you can make better. We return to find that my father is finally doing something about the Coven threat. But it's not enough. Extra patrols and rounding up the Herald is all well and good. But what we really need is a defense against the Herald storms. Unfortunately, we've only recovered a few of the medallions. And Magister Fridelia hasn't determined what enchantment the medallions use to provide their protection. We need another solution. Right, Lyris mentioned that. Coincidentally, a courier delivered a message for you from Dusktown. I never heard of the place, but she said it was sent by someone named Fenorian. Is that your scholar? Read the message and let's see if he'll help us. Take the message from the table, then see if you can convince Fenorian to join us. Maybe with his help we can devise a defense against the storms. I'll stay here and continue to annoy my father until he gives this threat the attention it deserves. You forget that I have help now. I don't care about you.
Dusktown. I wonder what Fenn's found that led him back down there. Does his message give any indication of where we can find him? The settlement isn't big, but it's not exactly small either. Well, it's a start. You know, I never imagined I'd be working alongside a vampire, let alone one I respect. With all the leeches we've already had to kill, it's nice to see another side. Fenn's different. You go on ahead. I need to get my axe sharpened before I go back down into Blackreach. I'll catch up with you in Dusktown.
Okay, Blackreach. How do I switch it? Here we go. We go down to Blackreach and go to Dusktown.
watch your back.
Those new arrivals, they didn't stop in Dusktown, went straight for those dwarven ruins.
I thought we were trying to keep this place a secret, and they sure did look like miners to me.
Right, it's up there. Okay. Yeah, we are miners. Why would you mine down here in a place where you can't even see the sun? Of course, miners. Of course, this looks like a mine that won't fall
I found
apart.
you. Now let's get Fen and return to the Blue Palace. Hey, partner. I found you. Now let's get Fen and return. Fen, you in here? Let's look around. That's Fen's flask. The way he handled it, I can't imagine he'd leave it here on purpose. Place looks deserted. Burnt papers. Someone was trying to hide something. Burnt journal pages, Fen's flask, and a strange old key. All found among clear signs of a struggle. But other than what's in the flask, we didn't see any blood. That means Fen was probably taken alive. The key looks dwarven to me, and the notes mention a dwarven tower. They could be connected. The notes also indicate that Fen was going to meet with someone named Edyar east of the Dusktown Bridge. You start there, and I'll check with the locals. We have no idea who Edyar is, or who took Fen for that matter. It could be this Ashen Lord we heard mentioned, or maybe the Ice Reach Coven. The question is, why take Fen at all? Why not just kill him? Does he have information they need? More than likely.
And I'm back.
If they want to get information out of him, death might be preferable to whatever tortures they have planned. Let's get to it. You find this Edyar, and I'll see if the locals saw what happened here.
sod off. This is my patch of ground. You don't listen too well, do you? All right. Talk fast and tell me why I shouldn't rip out your throat. The silk shirt kept notes? Of course he did. And where is Fenorian? He's late, and he still hasn't compensated me for the information I gave him. I need that key. Missing? Probably taken by the same bastard that has my packmates, Exarch Zingalis. Fenorian said he could provide a key to unlock their chains if I told him about the experiments performed on us. If you can get that key, I'll tell you more. Hircine's fetid breath, that's it! Look, I managed to escape from Zingalis' tower, but my packmates are still chained up in the Lightless Hollow. Use that key to set them free. Then, I'll tell you how to find Fenorian. The Lightless Hollow lies to the east, and Hircine's claws. Who is that tall woman?
Stand down. I'm a friend.
My packmates are in a work camp on the Lightless Hollow's west side. That's the big cavern to the east. You need that key to unlock the special chains that bind them. I'll meet you south of the work camp after you set them free. What else would you call them? My family? We're bound by a curse that makes us closer than any blood relatives. You find the pack and you stick together, or you die. Simple as that. I'm not leaving them in the hands of that insane Exarch. We're werewolves, all right? Do I have to spell it out for you? Look, Zingalis captured us. Keeps us prisoner with chains of dwarven design. Only that key can set my pack free. I was lucky, but that kind of luck doesn't happen a second time. Zingalis' helper made a mistake. Forgot to lock the chains when I was brought back after one of my digging. Fenorian really...
Okay.
None of the locals really wanted to talk. One or two admitted to seeing Fen, but no one witnessed any kind of disturbance at his lodgings. At least, no one saw anything they were willing to tell me about. Is this Edyar? Does he know anything? Why is everything so complicated in this part of Skyrim? Alright, so tell me, what did Fen agree to do for our half-naked friend over there? Packmates? Edyar is a werewolf? This just keeps getting better and better. So I take it you know how you want to deal with this particular situation?
Oh, lovely. Finding the way through Blackreach is gonna get annoying. Oh, here we go. This is the way to Blackreach. Through Blackreach. I'm stuck. We go this way. I think this is where we go. Yeah, we go down this way.
Hey, Zerx.
Hi, Sirix. How are you? Oh, good.
Well, if they could speak right now, they would tell us.
Oh, am I not coming through?
There you are.
Now you are.
I was saying that I didn't get much sleep last night.
Now let me guess. Stress?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Every time I think I got things figured out, something else happens.
Yep.
That scent. Why do you smell like Edyar? Edyar sent you. Then he made it. He's alive. That's wonderful news. Exarch Singalis experimented on me. I blacked out, but they thought I was dead. They tossed me out of the tower. Barely managed to crawl to this spot. Still at the camp, to the north. Hamild, Myrtilda, and Thevin. Save them before Singalis finishes.
At the moment, I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online, doing the Darkheart Skyrim storyline.
I'm not any good.
I've never seen ESO's gameplay. I mean, I played Skyrim before, but looks pretty similar.
ESO's pretty nice, once you get used to it.
Well, the story is a lot better than Skyrim itself.
Right.
That too.
I'm working as
Like,
fast
let's
as
just
I can,
say,
you blood-sucking
this is the story of
bastards.
one of the stories of Skyrim. The dark heart of it. And it's the best storyline in,
I thought I'd be
in
taking forever.
Elder Scrolls next to Oblivion. And the issue with the Skyrim game itself, it's too overblown, too big, it's too popular for its own good.
I don't know, I like Skyrim.
I just hate the fact that the story just ends with no fanfare after you kill Alduin.
Run before they catch you too.
Yeah.
And that he's so easy too.
You set me free? I owe you one.
Oh, that's a vampire knight. And in this game, you can be vampires or werewolves. Just if you go too far as a vampire, you can't talk to various vendors.
Which makes sense.
Werewolf.
Probably also can't move around during the day either, right?
No, you can't.
Okay.
You can't stare into a mirror.
Thank you, stranger.
And there is mirrors in this game.
Oh.
I do like the werewolf tree.
This is a very good game.
For obvious reasons.
I do recommend getting it if you're bored. If you are bored of WoW and the story, like I got
Also free.
Well, it's you buy it once and then it's free, like Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1.
The
Guild Wars 2 is also good.
I'm playing the original Guild Wars to get the stuff for Guild Wars 2.
You actually did it. You freed my pack. Now
I
it's
like
my
the char.
turn. If Exarch Singalis took Fëanorian, and I'm pretty sure he did. You'll
I
find
got
them
all
both
the
in ruined Dwarven
expansions
Tower.
for Guild
It's
Wars
difficult
1
to get
and
inside if you're not a vampire.
and the expansion
but I
before
know
they
a
stopped
way.
working on it. Oh, they still work on it. They still patch it even.
Like I said, Singalis's helper made a mistake.
It's really well played and a lot. I feel it's a lot better than Guild Wars 2, but that's because Guild Wars 2 has too much going for it.
Lifts.
Of course, I'm looking forward to getting back into it because I'm going to be streaming it after I win all of Guild Wars 1.
It'll get you close.
His Guild Wars 1 does have an ending.
Singalis's lair, but it's sealed. You need to figure out the dwarven mechanism to open it. Then make your way to the experimentation chamber.
And it's after doing every expansion. Basically, I'm doing the main game first, and until the king destroys Ascalon with his sword.
The door's over here. Hurry before they spot us.
You actually see that happen, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Your main character that you play back then actually is stuck in that spell.
Interesting.
You may never see them in Guild Wars 2, but so supposedly all the ghosts in Guild Wars 2 during that one dungeon are former player characters.
Definitely dwarven. Watch out for traps. Must be the door Edyar mentioned. Sealed tight. No lock. Not even a handle. I don't suppose the werewolf told you how to open it, did he? The panels are all different. I wonder what they mean. Something turned off. Keep going.
So, how is Velgard?
That's alright. The animations are a little weird. I can definitely see some technology that was used in Andromeda.
The gear started moving. We must be doing something right.
The story's alright so far, too.
I'm told the story gets heavy-handed later, but the person that told me
We'll find out.
the game is still pretty good. Just, he wishes that the creators didn't go on Twitter and insult gamers for criticizing the looks of the game. Doing that makes me go, yeah, you want to impress people? Don't act like that.
Always gotta be Twitter or some shit like that.
I hate these puzzles. I do not like these puzzles. Gotta do that until they all move. Aha!
That sounded promising. Let's try the door.
There we go. I found it.
This chamber's...
Scrolls.
That's a bloody plant. Must be the nether root mentioned in the note. Why does everything connected to vampires involve blood?
Because they're
You want to
vampires.
die? Fire!
The storyline after this one is the Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls Oblivion, because he tries again. He tries 500 years before, and then he
That was Fen.
is kind of forced to change his name again, and that's why his name is different after 500 years after this.
Interesting.
Basically, he had to wait 500 years again, or all of Europe would have been destroyed. Because if he does it wrong, the one who is dreaming all this will wake up and the world will vanish.
Turn off those sprayers or we'll never get
I see. Okay.
Oh, that was easy. Oh, no. It's a stone husk. I'm one of the new classes they added recently, like recent, like probably 2 to 3 years ago. New classes don't get added very often.
Is that so?
Because one, making a new class for this game is not easy for them. They gotta make sure it fits the storyline. And
right.
The last time we made one was a necromancer, and that was like, I think back in 2015. That was actually one of the best storylines, where they added the necromancer. Because she's land of outskirts. Guildbank fixing Cataclysm Classic. Sounds like Cataclysm Classic's having a lot of problems.
Subjects. Just in time. This one is about spent. You cannot stop the Grey Host. You will do well, entry. There's an art for classifying uncooperative specimens. It's too late for me.
Fen's delirious. See if you can free him.
Go. Warn Soltu.
should have left me. Go warn Solitude. Axox Singalis and Rada al-Saran talked freely while they tortured me. They're planning some sort of assault on Solitude. A massive hero storm. I need blood. But I won't drink from an unwilling person. In this state, even with a willing participant, I don't trust my restraint. If I only had my flask. My flask. Thank you, my friend. Rada al-Saran is the one they call the Ashen Lord, leader of the Grey Host. He and Singalis often went into the nearby sanctum to talk. I heard a few words. Map. Plan. But I couldn't make out the rest. Yes. Once I take a long drink from my flask, I'll join you.
Take your time. You've been through a lot.
They did whatever they wanted. I couldn't stop them. Axox Singalis was insane. But he was also a genius.
So,
he kept
partner,
records.
what did you find? I see a map and some papers. Hey, partner, take a look. We set out to find Fen and bring him back to Solitude. Along the way, we learned more about our true enemy, killed one of their leaders, and acquired some valuable intelligence. That's a victory in my book. Not that I can think of. I'll make sure that Fen makes it to the Blue Palace. We'll meet you there. And don't forget that map and communique. Come on, Fen. Princess Svana herself requested your presence at the Blue Palace.
I don't believe I'm very good company right now.
Come on, Fen.
Return to the Blue Palace! It sounds like there's gonna be a new Godzilla movie in the Godzilla -1 universe.
Well, it'll be good. Tune in next time.
-1 was good.
I guess it wasn't too bad.
The Jarl's soldiers put a stop to it, as I understand.
That's not.
You are welcome here, Fenorian of House Ravenwatch.
I don't know what to say.
You're back! Lyris was just making introductions and was about to give her report. Why don't you tell me what happened? By all the Mead and Sovngarde, it's good to see you and the others. Your vampire scholar seems out of sorts, but I'm glad to make his acquaintance. Lyris tells me you ran into a bit of trouble. Care to explain? And I can't wait to hear all the details. In the meantime, let's take a look at what you found and try to devise a plan. Lyris didn't say much, but she indicated that time is short. Here, take this. You deserve a lot more, but it's all I can spare. The information you brought back from Blackreach might give us a fighting chance. Let's put our heads together and figure out how to use what you learned. My father be damned! The Grey Host? Where have I heard that name? Meanwhile, my father rounded up the Herald and moved his soldiers to the outer walls. Then he ordered the quartermaster to stockpile Castle Dower. He's preparing Solitude to withstand a long siege. That might work against a mob of Reachmen, but thick walls can't stop a Herostorm. Any war we try to wage will be over before it starts if we don't find a way to stop them. Fen knows more about the storms than anyone. See what he suggests. Talk to Fen. If he has any bright ideas, I'd love to hear them. Magister Fridelia has been studying the Icereach Coven medallion, but she hasn't had a lot of success. She seems even less confident about reproducing their protective enchantment now.
I will be right back. I gotta go take care of some things, and then I will come back quickly.
Okay.
I'm back. Had to get my next zip-on injection.
It's all right. I'm ready to help. I know what you need me to do. Put my experience behind me. Focus on the mission, just like Verandis taught me. Could you show me the research you recovered from Exarch Singalis' laboratory? These notes prove my theory. Netherroot is the key component of the Harrowstorm ritual. It's like a poison for the soul. Weakens the bonds to the body so it can be pulled free. They're harvesting life energy from anyone caught in the storms. I'm guessing, but it may have something to do with those stone husks we saw. Remember how the werewolf emerged from one? And look at the mixture you retrieved. It isn't like the residue we recovered from the witch pike. It's more concentrated. It's certainly what Singalis' notes imply. Despite how it looks, a plan is formulating in my mind. I think I can create an elixir, but I'll need more of this refined Netherroot brew. And we need to solve the mystery of the Coven medallions. I know what you need me to do. Put my experience behind me. Focus on the mission, just like Verandis taught me. Could you show me the research you recovered from Exarch Singalis' laboratory?
See those marks? Grey host sites that correspond to the communique we found.
Well, let me talk to her for some reason.
I know a commander's map when I see one. Each of those marks matches a location mentioned in the communique from Rada al-Saran, the leader of the Grey Host. I can already see where we need to go. That mark on the northwest coast, that's an Ice Reach Coven camp. The communique mentioned needing more medallions. Odds are, they come from there. And here, a Midland camp between Dragonbridge and Morthal. It's a staging ground for the Harrowstorms. More than likely. Those two locations should provide what Fen needs to finish his elixir. We can't bet everything on that, though. The communique mentions a warlord's camp in Blackreach. Maybe we can learn more about their ultimate plan there. Svanna, Fen, and I will divvy up the camps and scout.
There's a camp there, there's a camp there, and there's a camp there. So I'll go to this camp first.
Bold move, setting up camp in the midst of the Western Holds. I'll say this for the Grey Host. They aren't afraid to draw attention to themselves. I learned a few things while I was waiting for you to show up. It's just as we thought. The Grey Host is using this camp as a supply depot for their raids across the countryside. I saw stacks of witch pikes, rows of reliquaries, and jars of what I assume is the refined netherroot brew. Right. And I heard the camp leader, a nasty creature named Sableye, tell his troops to make sure to use the new supply that just arrived from Blackreach. Let's go grab a jar or two.
Yeah.
No jars in this cart. Let's try another one.
Give him a bite.
Not this cart either. I hope we didn't miss it.
Hey, does anyone want snow?
No.
Cause, I'm getting more of it.
That time of year.
Yep.
Sableye has the brew. Let's find him before he gets away. You got a jar of the refined brew? Let's talk over here. Luck was with us. If we had reached this point even a few moments later, Sableye would have gotten away with the netherroot brew. After all this trouble, Fen better be able to use it to make his elixir. I'll take the jar of refined netherroot brew to Solitude. We'll meet up in Svanna's chambers when everyone gets back from their missions. I hope they're all right. Fen has proven himself, especially after what happened in Blackreach. House Ravenwatch, they're unusual as far as bloodsuckers go.
Hi,
Svanna,
Hazel, how are
she's braver
you?
than I originally thought. Anyway, meet me in Solitude after you finish.
Alright.
In addition to the refined netherroot
Apparently,
brew,
Saya
Fen needs
had
information
to
on
have
the
his
Ice
mouth
Reach
shut
Coven
because
medallions. Plus, we're
poor
hoping to
teeth,
learn
I
more
guess.
about the big storm the Grey Host has
Yeah, I
planned.
think
Help
there
Fen
was
and
something
Svanna
up
with the
with
other camps, then meet me in Solitude.
one of them.
I told him it could be the gum line because it's very easy to irritate your gums. I know this personally because I've done it.
And on the insurance thing, I went ahead and upgraded my dental insurance from basic to standard. Mostly because when I still had I got enrolled in the basic. Apparently that took all the benefits when I had to go get my wisdom teeth pulled out. So. And I did not know about this until the dentist office that I went to sent me a bill say, hey, you still owe $130. I was like, what the hell? So, yeah, I had to pay out of pocket for that.
Hey, at least you're able to pay out of pocket for it. Even though that's annoying, yes.
And then I ended up having a angry episode because I think. So what happened was I ordered Taco Bell first go around. I think the Dasher decided to just take it home with them because they took a picture of it and the delivery was so at a different location.
So basically, the DoorDash person stole your food.
Yeah. And
Probably one of those
thankfully,
people that sign up and like steal food once, and then that's it.
well, that's never happened to me until now. And so second time, thankfully the second time I ordered food, the second person brought it up. So.
What did Taco Bell say?
I just went and did the little thing and got DoorDash credits from the program, so. But, no, I was gonna go ahead and call the restaurant, letting them know that, like, hey, if the second one ended up doing anything like the first one did, then, then I was gonna give.
I placed an order with DoorDash earlier today. An hour later, they still didn't find a Dasher, so I ended up having to cancel it.
I just drive and go pick up the food.
So yeah, thanks to.
I mean, I would have if there wasn't like a fucking foot of snow out there, and I don't have studs in my tires yet.
Fair. Yeah, your situation is not good.
So yeah, thanks to the DoorDash credits, my second order was technically free. So.
I'm not a big fan of Taco Bell as I used to be.
Well, right now they're actually doing a limited time special to where they're like bringing like 90s stuff.
90s stuff back? What, is every company doing this now?
I don't
Everyone's
know,
trying to
but
hit
what I
this
ended up,
bullshit train, I guess.
I ended up getting the. Hang on, let me pull up my receipt. So the Lux Cravings box that I got included a 90s Gordita Supreme, and I thought that was pretty good.
Ooh, I haven't had a Gordita in ages. Of course, when I had Taco Bell, it was when I was in Connecticut. They gave me it was for some reason there was something in the Pepsi that they gave me.
Shit!
I learned a while ago, well before I left there, that they tend to put artificial sweetener in their soft drinks, and apparently that mixed with the syrup doesn't sit well with your stomach.
No.
Whenever I go eat out someplace, I always tell them to not put any ice in my drinks.
Oh yeah. Always.
I'm gonna update that.
They never clean those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not where to go. I gotta go around. Looks like.
Oh, damn, it's clipped into the backpack. Cancel.
But there's a new trading post in WoW. It's a bunch of stuff for November, so it means the anniversary event you'll get it done pretty quickly.
I need to go check
Plus they added more. They decided to add more tender to it too.
Yeah, I noticed.
like the first 4 bunches of, like before you get the Crest of the Kingdom, you get 125 apiece, and then after you get the Crest of Crest of the Kingdom, you basically get to fully complete it. After you fully complete it, you get an additional 500. So.
Because the Crest of the Kingdoms are like in the middle of it.
Yep, which is Night Elf, Human, Orc, and Scourge.
Yeah, for more Warcraft 3. And apparently there might be a Warcraft 4.
A Warcraft 4?
Damn these hero storms and what they
Yes, and it's gonna be connected. It might happen after the story is over with, and the next Warcraft 4 will connect to Warcraft, World of Warcraft.
That's all I've been doing, and trying to get these afflicted people to leave this place. The Herald.
And I have a feeling that
That seems complicated.
A lot of years will pass by.
Able to slip deeper into the camp, though.
They did say they want to keep World of Warcraft going for another 20 years.
We are going to live forever.
Warlords in the camp, so discovering their plans.
I did say that.
We need to be careful, though. I don't want us to wind up like the Herald, serving as food for these bastards. Messages.
I said we'd only. I said we didn't have tumors.
Come on, you apes. Do you want to live forever?
I try to pull off a German accent, but that came out of Russian.
This is a bucket. Dear God. There's more.
There's
No.
That's the correct time, I think.
Grizzly garb?
Herding them like cattle.
God, I haven't played TF2 in ages.
I haven't played TF2 back since 2015.
If my father won't act, then
I'll still touch it from time to time. It still
Grizzly
kicks.
Grizzly garb. Okay, you know what? How can you do a grizzly garb theme? I'm a mage.
I left the orders in my tent, but the Ashen Lord was clear. We need more netherroot. See to the undergrowth.
As you command,
Okay, maybe I might have something. Maybe.
Exarch Zingalis has fallen. I have never seen Rada El Saran, our Ashen Lord, so feel his sorrow. Stride on solo to fill a Kura's plan after Exarch Ulfra tests the approved ritual.
Good eye.
It's Baggy.
Hang on.
There's this buggy again. I hate this when this happens. I gotta go near this thing. Where's that at? It is somewhere around here. That's one thing I hate about this place. It always bugs out. That's one issue with this storyline. Yeah, it's that way.
This one's mine.
Lovely.
I could do worse. I just don't have the resources at the moment.
Orders from Rada al-Saran. His words sent a chill down my spine.
Alright, let's see what I get for time walking.
You saw what happened at Kilcreath and Carthwatch. Whatever they have planned for Solitude, it sounds a whole lot worse. I wish we knew more about this Rada al-Saran and what drives him. A family of monsters? Who could imagine vampires and werewolves working together? Let alone talking about one another like brothers and sisters. It's not natural. Fenorian has the right idea.
Healer
Come up with a
decided to
defense
yeet.
against the Harrowstorms. After that, we can take the fight directly to the Grey Host. Thanks for assisting me. I'll see you back in Solitude. We came down here to find out what the Grey... That's great news.
Okay, and one last count. Western Skyrim. And right there. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's gonna take a while to get there.
be right back.
So, Sirix, what are you up to right now?
Playing more Veilguard.
What did you make?
I'm in a mage.
What are the classes this time?
Oh.
Mage Rogue Fighter.
And I'm being summoned.
Oh, you're being summoned?
Yeah, they already left.
That was Hazel.
So, they really didn't change the class, it's just, let me guess, it connects to, Inquisition?
Very loose.
Does it connect to 2? Because I heard Hawk is in it.
You should have run.
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen that yet. The only thing it asked me so far is, what did you do with the Inquisition? It didn't even offer me to, like, import a save file from the Inquisition or anything like that either. Because I have all the other Dragon Age games through EA. So I know that all those save files exist out there in their servers. But they didn't offer any option to import them, so... all they did was, like, basically have you recreate your Inquisitor, and then make some decisions. And that's even if you want to. You don't have to do that. You could just leave it default, and then it'll just choose for you. So.
What's interesting, they don't have a DRM in the game because I guess trying to do Darnavol is falling apart, and any game with it now is charged like $25,000 a month. And they were called insulting gamers recently, so yes.
Ah, Lyris was right. This camp is crawling with the Ice Reach Coven. And they're definitely producing the medallions here. I was even able to slip away with one. We need to get closer, though. There's more to figuring out this magic than just watching from afar. I need to know exactly how they go about creating them. With your help, we can learn everything about that here in this camp. It's a landing site for the boats coming from the island of Ice Reach. Plus, they're collecting something here that goes into the process of creating the medallions. If you can get me to the center of the camp, I can learn what that is. Determining how they create these medallions will be an enormous help. The Grey Host has accelerated their plans. They need more medallions for a reason. A big harrow storm is coming. We need to be ready. Because the Grey Host is guarding something down there. I couldn't get close, but it appeared that they built the camp to surround something. Plus, I heard a few of the witches talking. Complaining, really, about needing to prepare more medallions. In the First Era, an army of vampires and werewolves tried to conquer the land before they were stopped in Bankarai. They called themselves the Grey Host. It seems this Rada al-Saran has resurrected the army, both figuratively and literally. corpses. What do they have to do with medallions? Let's examine the nearby graveyard. Examine the headstones. Let's determine what's so special about the exhumed bodies.
He passed on the privy with a heaping of scorn. Here, a guard of the realm, a young shield cut short by an arrow in the gut. Wow, what I must have heard. Oldest. Here lies the Brokol, the last son of a herder, died in his sleep. Oldest
Why are
Skyrim.
these particular graves so important?
Beneath the stone lies Herlock the Bastard, a tired old wastrel, and brother of Jor, a layabout in life who froze in a blizzard.
Finished? Have you come to any conclusions?
these people, they're all worthless people who died of silliness.
Well, we've both been over the headstones with a fine-toothed comb. If we can determine why the Coven dug up these particular bodies, it will tell us something about how the medallions were enchanted. Of course. Compare notes and look for commonalities. You have the makings of a fine scholar, my friend. Now, they did. Tell me more. Well, yes, but so... Of course. Compare note... Really? What was that? No, that's not right. Of course. Really? What... Of course. Really? What was... Which headstones did you examine? I read... Of course. They did. Tell me more. Of course. Why didn't I see that? The headstones on the exhumed graves all mentioned that the person was old when they died. Let me think. Some necrotic spells require the remains of the elderly. Something to do with the natural decay of life. According to one necromantic theory, the older a living thing becomes, the more necrotic energy it naturally acquires. As a body grows old and withers, the life inside it decays. Necrotic energy is the byproduct of this deterioration. I now know enough about how they create the medallions to move my research along. I'll return to the Blue Palace and start putting an elixir together. To fully craft an elixir to defend against the Harrow storms, I still require a sample of refined netherroot brew. Plus, we need to determine what the Grey Host has planned. Help Lyris and Savannah at the other camps. Then meet me at the Blue Palace. You have been busy, my friend.
Time to head back to the Blue Palace. Like, ow, 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 ow.
I'm with you.
You wanna know something I haven't finished doing in this game, Sirik? Scrying. I need to like max that out so I can get some of the amazing mounts you can get from it. I keep forgetting that it exists.
So, do we have a way to defend against the Harrow Storms or what?
The elixir should do what we need, provided neither Fen nor I made any miscalculations.
Yolen, don't be so negative. The elixir will work. You'll see.
Think of the people we'd scare off if we could both do that.
Oh, good. You're back. Nolan and I have been discussing the various ways to turn what we've got into a protective elixir. I'm hesitant to get too excited, but I think we've figured out how to defend against the Harrow Storms. The Grey Host uses an unstable mix of alchemy and sorcery to create the Harrow Storms. An arcane ritual and the Netherroot brew focus the power of each Harrow Storm through the prepared witch pikes. Ingenious, but fully exploitable. We can use the refined brew as the basis of our elixir. Now that we understand how the Harrow Storms are created, we can use those same components to replicate the medallion's protective properties. We just need to gather the necessary components. Svana's associate, Mog, will procure most of the supplies I need, but there's one final ingredient required. For various reasons, I can't simply walk into the Hall of the Dead and claim it myself. I need you to acquire Arkay's sacred oil. A holy ointment associated with a god that became popular due to imperial influence. It's used by the priests in the Hall of the Dead to provide protection against necromancy and the undead. We need that oil to create our elixir.
You'll need my help. I'll meet you at the Hall of the Dead. Mog, put away the tankard and get the supplies Fen requires.
Yes, your royal ladiness. Keep it tankard.
I would say this game is worth getting, Luca. Just prepared that it's a big game and it will take up a lot of your space, but it also will take a while to install as well.
Arrive by the hour.
Yeah.
The High King issues orders, but all they...
Princess Vana, what can I do for you, Your Highness?
Listen to my friend, High Priest. We need your help.
I'm surprised to see the princess here. As you can see, the influx of refugees has made this place much more hectic than usual. Is there something I can do for Princess Svana? Sacred oil? Strange.
I'll have to take a look at it at
That's
some
the
point.
second time today someone has come seeking Arkay's anointing balm. Sword Thane Othlet arrived with an edict from the king. Demanded our entire supply. How we're to consecrate the dead without it, I have no idea.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
I'll have to take a look at it at some point.
The Sword Thane wouldn't say. He just mentioned that the High King needed it to defend Solitude.
I don't feel like doing delves today.
Comply with the princess's request.
I just did 8 of them.
Aww.
Sorry, I should have said something.
Oil to Castle Down.
I just did one in
That's
ESO.
where all the supplies for a siege are gathered during periods of strife.
Of course,
Not that kind of delve.
I course they're not as
receives
annoying
the
as the ones
patience
in
and
WoW.
wisdom required to see us through this crisis.
I think they overtuned the delves in WoW.
No, they're not that bad.
Solitude's foundation began
I just think
with
the ones with all the
construction of Castle
spores
Dower.
annoy me. The
It's
underwater
the
ones are
oldest
fine.
structure in the city, and the most defensible. I tried to move the refuge.
Oh, Castle Dower is Princess Svana.
Sword Thing, our business is urgent. My friend will explain.
I don't have time for the princess's proclivities right now. The High King, we barely keep up with the multitude of tasks. So speak quickly and let me get back to it. Protection? Truly? The Herald already outnumber my soldiers and more arrive every day. Still.
A single flask? Then we'll have to make do. Let's get it back to...
Swarthane, why has work? I gave strict orders, yet my daughter freely enters the castle grounds. What do they want, Swarthane?
They,
We came to offer our assistance, Father. Sword Thing, how can we help?
Athlet has everything well in hand, child. Despite your intentions, you would only hinder our efforts. Go! The Sword Thing doesn't need my daughter or her wastrel underfoot.
My father's never been what I'd call a warm and caring parent. But this crisis has made him even more distant. Let's get this sacred oil to Fen. My father will certainly change his attitude once we present the protective elixir to him. He's trying to protect me. It's what he does. And leave me out. Though I suppose that's mostly my own fault. I know Mother's death weighs on him. As does this entire crisis. That's why we have to help. This elixir is going to work. It has to. It's not that unusual. Castle Dower...
There's a reason why it's sealed. I think I remember why. It's kind of interesting.
Once it's ready, I'll test the elixir.
As you say, Lyris. Ah, here they come now. You have the sacred oil? Add it to the cauldron. Yes, a perfect fusion. It's ready to be tested. Come, let's talk. With the addition of the sacred oil, the elixir is complete. Before we produce enough to distribute to the people of Western Skyrim, we need to test it. I'm confident of my work, but we're dealing with powerful forces here. We can't wait for the next Hera storm to strike. But what you and Svana learned in Blackreach might help. You heard that Exarch Ulfra was testing Herostorm rituals in a place called the Undergrove. We'll go there and let Lyris drink the elixir. During my explorations of Blackreach, I came across an ancient burial site, a place called the Midnight Barrow. This undergrove must be inside those ruins. Once there, you and Svanna keep watch from a safe distance, while Lyris steps into the storm. From what I could tell, the Midnight Barrow sank into Blackreach in the distant past. Somewhere in its chambers, we'll find the Undergrove. The ruined barrow is in the Lightless Hollow, in the northwest portion of the cavern. We'll meet you there. We're going to find an active Harrowstorm in the Undergrove, or I'm going to attempt to replicate one in there. Then Lyris drinks the elixir, exposes herself to the dark magic, and we wait to see what happens. Very risky, but it's also our best chance to counter the Harrowstorms and fight back against the Grey Host. Either Lyris comes through fine, or she transforms into a heron.
Go to the Midnight Burrow. Oh, that's over here.
Wolves of ice and bone attacked Brune, my lady, and he saw ghosts.
Let's not prepare this.
Well, I never done it, so yay! But you will soon join.
Got to make more.
too much stock in rumors that are old wives' tales.
I don't think we're the first to camp here. Lots of fresh traps.
Allow yourself some rest. The Divines are watching.
I'm with you.
Baddies in here. Probably goodies too.
Oh, here's
Keep
a
an eye
delve
out.
I've never done before. Interesting. Or maybe I have, I just remember.
You and Fen stay put until we clear a path to the Undergrove.
Fine. Just don't take all day.
This is it. Look lively and let's get on with it.
No need. We're here.
The princess
We followed at a safe distance and only advanced after we cleared the way. From this point on, we stay together. And that's an order.
Yes. She said. Now, let's enter the Undergrove. We need to find where they're experimenting with the Harrowstorms.
You honor me with your presence, my king.
Grey Host, stay quiet and listen.
This Harrowstorm must be the biggest we have ever wrought, my sister in arms.
have we heard from Solitude? Is everything in place?
I have been assured the city is ripe for harvest.
Rada al-Saran and Exarch Ulfra. Should we postpone the test?
Certainly not. The holds are counting on us. Besides, we might be able to end this threat right here and now.
Who dares intrude? You. The murderers who killed our beloved Singalis.
And you're about to join him.
Impudent mortal. You will pay for your crime. Now for the rest of these curs.
My king, allow me the honor of spilling their blood.
Very well, sweet sister. Tasks.
Let this harrow storm break the flesh from your bones.
Svanna, no!
See the lift. We pray you're in the
This one's mine.
Protect us. It's time for the elixir to do its job.
It worked. I think it worked. I stood in a harrow storm and nothing happened. Fenn's elixir is a success. And we took out another one of the Grey Host leaders. We've done good, my friend. Never better. We need to create as much of the elixir as possible and distribute it throughout Solitude before Rada al-Saran's massive harrow storm hits. I also want to find out who in the city is helping him. Let's meet back at the Blue Palace. Once my father understands that we have a way to protect against the harrow storms, he'll have to take us seriously. Let's get back to the city as fast as we can. I know, right? It happened so quick. It certainly gave us a fighting chance. I don't disagree.
Back to the Blue Palace again!
I just picked up an item called an empty coin purse, and it classified it as a valuable item. I'm kind of like, I don't think so.
Really?
Great item.
Listen to your daughter, Spartan. We need to do something. Don't test me, Redheart. I know exactly what I need to do. Our enemies circle ever closer, and now even my daughter turns against me. What's next? Will my beloved wife return to accuse me of some heinous crime? Well, get to it. Tell me about Svanna's miraculous elixir before I have the lot of you tossed out. You represent my most hated enemy and expect me to believe a word you say? Even if you speak true,
Worms have found purchase in the wood and seek to
Oh.
my kingdom from within.
Crash number 3.
I will not let Solitude and the Western Holds fall. Trust Svanna. Perhaps. No. Your honeyed words are but echoes of my most obstinate foes. You offer a miracle with one hand, while holding a poison dagger in the other. Hell, I need no help from the likes of you.
Don't be a fool, father. This elixir
Claiming
will
that
save
my
us.
graphics card has been removed from the system. That is very clearly not the case.
Expectations, more's the pity. And I'll hear no more talk of this miracle elixir.
Interesting.
The Grey Host is my true ally. Once the Harrow Storm engulfs Solitude, my kingdom will endure for all eternity.
I should have sensed it. Svargrim's a vampire.
Svanna.
Not now, dearest. I need to think about this.
Ah, yes! That was the twist!
Fargrim's a bastard, but King Yoren believed he had the best interest of his people at heart. Obviously, something changed. And with Solitude targeted for a massive Harrow Storm, things have gotten more complicated. Not everything is as grim as it appears. We did create an elixir. That's our best chance of protecting the people from the Harrow Storm. We just need to distribute it. In the meantime, take this. It may not seem like much, but you earned it.
Father, how could you?
Okay, with this being like the third fucking crash, I'm going to recommend do not buy this game until they fix it.
I agree. Also, why don't you play some ESO?
Yeah, I'd rather work on my WoW characters.
My father, working with the Grey Host. How long has he been a part of this? Did he have a hand in Mother's death? And what has he told them? It's almost too much to bear. You're right. I know you're right. It's just... he's my father. No. I have to focus. There's a Harrow Storm coming. We have to save the city. That's what's important right now. I'm not sure we can. But we can make more of Fenn's elixir. Get it into the hands of the people. We need more of Arkay's sacred oil, though. We'll have to take it from the supply stockpiled at the Temple of the Divines.
They've taken it! By the gods, it's fallen!
Fallen? What are you talking about?
The Grey Host. They came out of nowhere, captured the temple and the Tower of the Wolf. We're locked out!
Then the sacred oil.
Damn it all! I need to get down there!
Follow him! Now, soldier, tell me exactly what happened.
Done. The Grey Host has found a foothold. Now the city is lost.
Not yet, it isn't. On your feet, Sorthane. We have work to do.
I apologize for that display. Tell the princess, tell her it won't happen again. You need to understand,
I pledged my sword and my soul to the High King. We all did. And he betrayed us. Nothing good, I'm sure. The Grey Host
Hey, I got good news.
and cut down my soldiers.
I solved the issue. I'm downloading WoW right now.
Svargrim
There you
made
go.
us fortify the entryways. The bastard knew he'd
It
lock us
only
out.
took was for me pretty much resetting the
Nothing I can
firewall.
think of. But what does it matter?
What the hell?
Svargrim brought the Grey Host down upon us. He's bringing a Harrow Storm. We need to evacuate the
Anyways,
city while
I
there's
don't
still
think I'll
time.
be able to get
Some of
done
us
with
will
this month,
survive if we flee now.
but next month I'll
Unacceptable,
see about
Sartain.
getting the stuff then.
If we can't get the sacred oil to make more elixir, then we have to stop the Harrow Storm.
Gotcha.
Princess, we've kept watch. There aren't any witch pikes around the city.
Then you missed something. They needed the witch pikes for every other Harrow Storm they summoned.
Of course. Blackreach. The Grey Host must have gained access to the temple from beneath the city.
They could easily hide the witch pikes underneath our feet.
We know the Grey Host has been using Blackreach to clandestinely move around western Skyrim. Why not launch their attacks from there?
Then we're going back to Blackreach. If the witch pikes are there, we'll destroy them.
Now time to go to Blackreach again. Okay, that's Greymore Keep. That's the temple, yeah. Yeah, that is the temple. Of those Harrow Storms I've completed. I need to find the rest of them. I'll do that when I'm not sure.
I'm free. I can't believe I'm free of her.
That's ominous. And, unless I miss my guess, it's directly under Solitude. That's our target. The ritual site must be somewhere inside that horrid structure. I scouted the area before you arrived. It's full of Grey Host forces. And from what I could tell, Svargrim and Rada al-Saran are both inside. Not so fast. If we rush down as a group, they'll be on us like a snow bear on a hawker. You go ahead. Try to cross the bridge to the main entrance. It's well guarded, but you're more than capable. Or you could try the alternative. There's a sluice gate in the outer courtyard, tucked away against the keep's eastern wall. The few patrols in that area can be avoided if you're stealthy. Opening the gate requires a key, but that should be simple enough to find. You know your strengths and weaknesses better than I do. Play to those. But whichever path you decide, move quickly. We need to find the ritual site and deal with the witch pikes before they unleash the Harrow Storm on the city. Cross the bridge or use the sluice gate to get into the inner courtyard. Then find the keep's side entrance east of the main stairs. I'll stay with Svanna and Finn. Make sure they don't get themselves killed. We'll meet you inside as soon as we can. That's a good question. I didn't see anything when I scouted the exterior, so the witch pikes must be somewhere inside the keep. I expect that once we find Svargrim and Rada al-Saran, we'll also find the ritual site.
There's one other game I need to get. Well, I'll get it. It's Miles Morales. I want to play it before I play Spider-Man 2 that comes out next year. The only thing I'm annoyed with is the fact I gotta do a PSN account to play it, and apparently the reason for that, from what I've been told,
to join us.
is that they're trying
I don't
to
understand. What am I supposed to do with these flasks?
Information
Run
on
into trouble? Throw one of them at the
FTC
source.
goes after them.
Split up and find the ritual site. We need to disrupt it.
Split up? I suppose that makes sense. I'll go with our friend here. Hello. This looks important. This book? I recognize the handwriting. It's Singalis's. It's more of his research. Harrowstorms, witch pikes, netherroot brew. How it all works together for the benefit of the Grey Host. This might be something. I just need to skim through these assumptions and incantations. What's this? Instructions on the placement of runes throughout Greymore. All the way to... My gods! This entire tower! It's a witch pike! The magic I sensed earlier. It was familiar because it's the same magic used in the Harrowstorm rituals. Don't you see? This entire keep is the ritual site. They turned the tower into a witch pike. But at the scale, it's inconceivable. I'm not sure we can destroy this tower. We need to keep going. Find a way to disrupt the ritual. But I think I understand what they're doing. Singalis found a way to release the Grey Host from Cold Harbor by using the Harrowstorms. The Harrowstorms steal life energy and use it to pull the souls of the Grey Host out of Cold Harbor and into the Grey Reliquaries. It's quite ingenious. How they reincorporate, though. It has something to do with those stone husks, I think. Oh, most certainly. Perhaps even a way to reverse the effects of the Harrow Storms and restore...
There they are!
Lyris, Svanna, I think this entire tower functions as a witch pike.
What? Fen, how is that even possible?
That's my father! This way!
Is part of the process, Svargrim. It's exquisite! My master. Once you are attuned to Greymoor, the storm will be yours to command. Rise, son, and unleash my storm upon Solitude. Then the last of the Grey Host shall be reborn.
Yash. He turned Svargrim into the heart of his Harrow Storm.
They're moving higher up the tower. We need to follow them!
And if you now
You and Fen
understand
take the stairs. Svanna and I will go
why
this way.
in Skyrim did they say to you one of the original Jarls of Solitude was a vampire?
Look.
That's
the Grey
why.
Reliquary.
Yeah, that's why the story of Skyrim
Just like the
has
storm they
that.
planned to unleash on the city.
Let's see.
Yeah, a lot of what happens in the ESO is gonna be connected to 6 apparently. So. I'm actually looking forward to Elder Scrolls 6 when they finally announce where we're gonna be at.
Don't they gotta start making it first? Is it even in production?
It's been in production for a while.
Yeah, I just haven't heard anything about it.
They've been focusing more on Fallout lately, but Elder Scrolls 6 is meant to be in production.
And so the ghouls arrive once more to prick my thumbs.
A barrier.
And Rada al-Saran?
Your persistence begins to annoy me, mortal. You killed my beloved brother and sister, Singalis and Ulfra. I freed them, and you sent them back. Back to the hated Moloch Ball. I will see you suffer for the transgression. As much as it would please me to flay the flesh from your bones, I have more pressing matters to attend to. But know this, as I felt each death, you shall feel it when the Harrow Storm takes every life in Solitude. You shall feel it when you fail. Bold words, but futile. Svargrim rises and the Harrow Storm with him. Once the attunement is finished, they will be unstoppable.
What happened? What did that damn vampire do?
He's merging the power flowing through the keep with Svargrim, giving him control of the Harrow Storm.
Then you must undo it. I'll stay and help. Leaders, you and our friend keep going up and find my father.
Oh no, I think everybody just fight. Escape the stone hooks.
Get ready to fight.
Let's end it.
Keep moving. Don't let them surround us.
We weren't able to stop the attunement spell. It's just getting stronger.
That tower, it must lead to the upper levels. I need time to get that door open.
Everyone, protect Fen! Good job. Through the door and to the upper levels now. Hurry!
Kitty!
Oh, kitty!
Just...
What's their name?
The shaking is getting worse.
Happy.
Damn magic!
Happy?
Give me something to hit.
Happy.
Oh, adorable.
Because she's a tappy.
Ah.
You and Greymore keep...
Got one heck of a mic to pick that up.
Yep.
We need to hurry.
My cats are Siamese cats, and they never stop
high up,
meowing.
but still far beneath the ground.
Hold, friends. Follow the booming.
Oh my.
What is it now, Fen?
Oh, nothing. Just don't look down.
Yep, don't like that.
These tunnels look freshly dug. The Grey Harrow Fiends. Is that what became of the Herald Skyrim brought to Castle Dower?
I'm with you, my friend. Up the stairs.
She's very demanding.
Get to the tower and stop Spargo.
Never a dull moment.
Sounds like it. Trying to instigate some negotiations.
Witness to my ascension. Father Al-Faram has given me power beyond anything you can imagine. Behold!
Why would you do this to our people?
Wasn't going to end any other way.
That was for Mother. For son.
We need to hurry.
My father betrayed everything to aid the Grey Host. With his death, Solitude is saved.
It's done. We killed my father and ended the Herostorm. The city still stands. Skyrim still stands. Although the Tower of the Wolf may have been damaged beyond repair. No, of course not. My father was the High King of Western Skyrim. I always thought he had the best interests of our holds and our people in his heart. But there was a darkness there. Jealousy, bitterness. He wanted to control all of Skyrim. For Svargrim, yes, I think it was. As for Rada al-Saran and the Grey Host, I'm not entirely sure what they're after. Enough of this. I need to get to work. With my father gone, someone has to pick up the pieces and restore the holds. First, on behalf of Western Skyrim, take this with my thanks. We would have been lost without you. Then, rest. Check on our friends. Injuries must be tended to, buildings repaired. Other wounds will take longer. We'll have more to do soon enough. Whatever Rada al-Saran and the Grey Host were planning, I think the worst is behind us as far as Western Skyrim is concerned. With Svargrim dead, their grip on the holds comes to an end. Not officially. At least I don't think so. I feel like the whole world's crumbling around me. But the city's still standing, so that's something. I'm more worried about our friends. Hopefully they were able to hold the court. Thank you. Help them and anyone...
The daughter of the wolf. Ah, the final part of this part. And then, whoa! I'm be done with the first part of the Skyrim storyline. Darkheart of Skyrim, and then there's another part of it that leads us to whatever that
Tell me truthfully,
place is called in Skyrim.
How much of this blood is mine?
Not enough to be worried about.
You did it. I shouldn't be surprised. But things were looking rather bleak before the clouds parted. We held the gate as long as we could. The Harrow Fiends were a flood of claws and teeth.
Once they burst through, Lyris cleaved through them like a scythe through wheat. But even she couldn't stem the tide. I'm not really sure. I kind of went wild. Let out my inner beast, as it were. I was rending and slashing. Then Lyris whacked me with the flat of her blade. At least that's the last thing I remember. Not my finest hour, but we survived. The elixir is my next priority, of course. As long as the Harrowstorms are still a threat, we need a defense against them. After that, I want to examine the records we took from Greymoor Keep. I still think there's a cure for the Herod in there. Sadly, I don't think there's any hope for them. Their life energy was sucked dry, turning them into feral beasts. Restoring them is beyond my capabilities, I'm afraid. At least with the Herod, they're not so far gone as to be a lost cause. As soon as we produce enough of it, yes. We saw how it protected Svanna. Now, where did I put my flask?
So, is it over? What happened to Svargrim? And where's Svanna? A parent's betrayal cuts deeper than a sword. But Svanna's strong. Stronger than she's been given credit for. And Solitude's going to need that strength in the coming days. If you told me the tavern rat we met at the Lonely Troll would become my choice to lead this land, I'd have called you mad. Then again, my king's a skald, so what do I know? Come on, there's probably something productive we should be doing. Find out if everyone in the Hall of the Dead is all right. I'll make sure Castle Dower is secured. We did our best to hold the Harrow Fiends. Almost didn't. We were near.
Good to see you aren't raising bugs with Ismir just yet.
We saw the storm break.
I regret we didn't throw a parade to welcome you back. But I'll cheer enough for 100 souls if you tell me you put that backbiter of a High King to the sword. But what of Svanna? Is she? That's good. But a daughter shouldn't have to kill her own father. Svanna has my support, for whatever that's worth. She's going to need all the help she can get in the days to come. Not until we hold a moot to support her claim, and we need more than a single Jarl for that to occur. If Svanna proves herself as the acting Jarl, they might look past her father's failings and make her the queen, eventually. We can settle the matter of the crown when there's kingdom enough to rule. What remains of the holds are still ravaged by the Harrowstorms, and I doubt we've seen the last of the Grey Host, for that matter. None good, but none bad either. My wife knows better than anyone how to care for our people. I trust she and my Thane to protect and care for Morthal in my absence.
We seem to have survived, thank the gods. I thought for certain we were all about to witness the end of the world. No thanks to Svargrim, damn his eyes. After you and the princess went off to Blackreach, I gathered whoever we could and made our stand here in the Hall of the Dead. I'm just glad we don't have to be permanent residents. Far fewer than I feared when the storm began. Thanks to you and the princess. With the storm over and the Grey Host driven from Castle Dower, my soldiers will get the city back into shape. As long as no one else attacks us in the meantime.
They're here! They're at the gates!
The Grey Host? I thought we were done with them for now.
Not the Grey Host! The Skald King with an army from the east!
What treachery is this?
To the gates. We'll give the Skald King a proper welcome, one way or another.
Did you hear? They finally freed Fort Morvenskar from Fildgor Orcthane's troops.
Stand down, you idiots! We come in peace.
Partner, could really use your knack for diplomacy right now. Speak to the Skull King before we start a war.
Sure save me from fools and prophets. Will no one properly greet a weary traveler?
I know that there's little love between East and West, but now's not the time to be picking a fight. Lyris's report on the rise of Greyhost had my father preparing for the worst. When we hadn't received word for some time, he decided to intercede. Svargrim. It's hard to believe the rumors were true. I didn't know him well, but I can't understand how anyone could throw away everything for the promise of power. What's immortality worth if there's nothing you hold dear? You'd have to ask him. As far as I can tell, the Western holds are in chaos. They could use a king who cares for his fellow Nords, but if the welcome we've received here is any indication, Solitude won't see it that way.
Oh, familiar face. Maybe you can talk some sense into these Western milk drinkers. We're not a damn invasion. We're here to help. Do you know what's going on? So the rumors are true? Svargrim joined the Grey Host? I knew he had ambitions, but to throw away his humanity like that, it's inconceivable. Svargrim once told me that he would die before welcoming me to Solitude. I suppose he was right. That's why I sent Lyris here in the first place. I'm not the king of these folds, though. I can't do anything if they refuse my help. Svargrim despised me. He would never accept my aid. But Svanna... here she comes now. Let's see what she has to say.
We have no need of help that involves welcoming your soldiers within our walls.
My walls, Jarl. My father may have been willing to slap aside the helping hand, but I'm not. Permit me a word with your envoy, Skald King. Thank you for holding the line, I'm ready to do what I should have done a long time ago. To do what my father never could. I'll speak with the Skald King. There's one more thing I'd like you to do while I entertain our guests. We saved Solitude, but our war with the Grey Host is far from over. We need Fenn's elixir more than ever. With that, and King Yoren's help, we might just push these monsters back into their grave for good. Check on Fenn's progress, please. That depends on Fenn. If there's anything standing in his way, let me know, and I'll do everything in my power to get him what he needs. Fenn is with Old Mjolnir at the Mages Guild. When you're...
Okay, this leads to the next part of the storyline. The Mages Guild. He's with the Mages Guild. And before I stop streaming this, when I get done with all the expansions, there'll be another expansion coming up next year in June. I'm wondering what the story is going to be. I wonder what the next story of Elder Scrolls Online is going to be. Since the one was the Gold Coast, the Gold Road, I mean, with the Daedric Prince that somehow exists out of time. Upstairs or down? I think he's up. He's down, I think. Ben?
Ingenious. A rare thing to find an elf with the makings of a clever woman.
Despite what my kin might proclaim, it's not all in the blood. Ah, good, you're here. We've made a breakthrough. I was just discussing a theory with Mjolnir, and it seems like we're very close to turning this elixir into a true restorative. A cure. Singolis's research on the Netherroot showed me just how it weakens the connection between a body and soul. Thus far, I've been able to inure a person to the root, but now I'm certain I can use that knowledge to heal those weakened bonds. Well, it is just a theory at this point. There's a lot more testing and experimentation to be done before we can produce a viable antidote. Weeks, optimistically? I know. We can't simply put things on hold. Mjolnir and I have a batch brewing right now, and materials to keep producing for another day. Ingrid's promised us a steady supply of Arcase oil, but that's not our limiting factor. We know enough about Singolis's refinement processes to replicate his methods, but we still need a source of Netherroot to do so. Tell Svanna that if she can keep us supplied, we can produce enough elixir for all the holds in a matter of weeks. We can ransack Greyhost stockpiles, or mount an expedition into Blackreach. Otherwise, it would take decades of work to produce a proper crop. After we get the elixir squared away, we'll turn our attention to curing the Herald. Indeed. As I surmised, the Grey Reliquaries contained the remains of ancient Greyhost warriors. They served as a connection to the souls trapped in Cold Harbor. Using the energy from the Harrowstorms, the souls were pulled into the stone husks. I believe the stone husks are incubators.
I'd stay back from me were I you. I tried to make a fungus-based healing unguent using a recipe I found in the Bard's College. I'm seeing smells right now. Makes getting around hard.
I was hoping you'd return before we began. Tell me you've got good news. I'll feel a lot better delivering a speech about healing and hope, knowing that we're on the road to recovery. What did Fen have to say about the elixir? Not the best news, but I'll take it. So long as we have enough to protect our soldiers, we have a fighting chance against the Grey Host. I'll go to the Undergrove myself, if that's what it takes. Now that would be cause for celebration. If he can really bring back even a fraction of those we lost to the Harrowstorms, I'm willing to try. That's all I needed to hear. We should begin the ceremony before the crowd grows more restless. Nothing fancy, just a traditional Nord wake. To mourn and celebrate those we've lost, and cherish the lives we still have. I'd like you to join us. None of us would be here to sing dirges for the dead or celebrate the living if not for you. I certainly wouldn't be here, ready to lead my hold. You've supported me since I started down this path. I'm honored to have you here at the end.
Didn't think you could get any stronger.
Sons and daughters of Skyrim, we have the honor today of remembering the dead.
Honor to the fallen!
Sons and daughters of Skyrim, our trials were fierce, but we are still here.
We stand and we remain!
Now, we raise our voices to tell Sovngarde of the coming of the worthy dead, and to tell the world that the Nords are still here! We are still standing!
The fallen now march home to hallowed halls, to join our ancestors in boundless drink and song and brawls. Let's sound the horns, let peal the bells, let loose the ancient hymn. We will remain until time ends, we children of Skyrim.
And that's the end of the first part of the Darkheart of Skyrim. There's another part of Skyrim that it does the next part of it. I gotta find the opening of it. Let's see. If I can remember where we gotta go next. I know I go to Markarth. Let's see. Quest starters. Prologues. Blackwood, Deadlands, Necrom, High Isles, Gold Road, Murkmire. That's Greymore. That's Fire Song. Something to do with it. That's just the quest for Fire Song. Gold Road, Murkmire, Necrom. Oh yeah, let's think of it. Okay, general. Okay, that's housing. Okay, remember how to start the next part. How to start going to Murkmire. Not Murkmire, but Markarth. Bafgar. No, that's not it. I need to find the other part of Skyrim. The Rift. No, that's not it. East Marsh. That's Windhelm. Okay. Okay, the daughter of the wolf. These are dungeons. Markarth storyline. Ends the reach. Okay. It's in the reach. I need to find this. Where I need to go to the reach. Here it is, the reach. And there's Markarth. Yee. And there's only six in this zone. So this is the next part of the Darkheart of Skyrim. But for now, I am going to quit, and we'll do more later of this. But need to find the quest. First quest.
Be off, Reeker. Ardkaddock refuses to see you. Now go! Before I gut you.
The Reach folk. I don't believe I've ever dealt with a more distrustful lot. I'm here on urgent business, but the despot of Markarth refuses to see me. While the Grey Host gathers, he hides behind his sentries and his walls, thinking to escape their fury. Ardkaddock. He rules the Reach from Understone Keep in Markarth. I've come to offer my help against the Grey Host, but he has turned me away time and time again. Meanwhile, even here, in the shadow of the city, the Grey Host plots and conspires. It's an alliance of vampires, witches, and werewolves bent on slaughter and destruction. To protect the Reach, I need to learn why the Grey Host has come here, and I need to secure the cooperation of Ardkaddock. Would you be willing to help me? With your help, we may save the Reach yet. While I continue to exert diplomatic pressure, I need you to find information the Ard will consider valuable. Something concerning the rebels that plague his rule, perhaps. Start by talking to the sentry.
Okay.
With your help, we may... This Grey Host is... No.
Okay, and we're gonna start right here, and then we'll start with that, and then there's only 6 story quests with us, and Darkheart, as most people know, is that dwarven city in Skyrim. So we'll do that later. I'm going to quit for a bit, have a snack, and then play another game or come back to this. Anyway, later all.